and also having kids that are committed to doing the thing that take no effort, right? So if we can get kids that will hustle, they'll listen, again, being coachable, have the discipline, but your toes, but it doesn't take any effort to do that stuff. So get more and more kids who are just bought into that and just trusting the process. And we're developing a process, and they trust it. Another thing is behavior management. You know, we're going to have kind of a list of things I'll pass out. We do have a code of conduct. That's one thing I really learned is having a strong code of conduct. I tell you what, that this Browns thing at the end is just the commissioners were there hanging out and just swapping stories. And I mean, there were some bad stories, man. There were some crazy stories. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I don't think it'll ever happen here, but like parents going on the 50-yard line and, you know, punching out referees. And it's like, oh my God, nuts. Like, I want to be prepared that we got code of conduct for coaches, for parents, and for players. So I don't think we're happening here, but I want to have that covered. But really having a crystal clear for our players of what is acceptable behavior, what are the consequences. Again, I think negativity of any kind of bullying, you're disrespecting a teammate or opponent or a coach or referee. One thing is I can't stand as a kid doing this for the ref. Like, who here wants to be a rookie tackle referee? Raise your hand. Like, not me. Like, they have referees they have such a hard time getting enough guys to referee because kids or parents are crazy. So I want the officials to win, so you know they keep doing it. But there's a head of officials there. He's like, it's 2 years. It's like a turnover. The guys get burned out. So, right? No swearing, hurtful words. You know, any kind of unsafe contact or being physical. I just think we gotta together be on top of that. You know, I know when I coach, I'm not afraid to take a kid out and communicate that stuff. So, I tell you what, we had a first grade. In spring flag, we played Rexville at the end of the year. It was like a bonus game. And in our first grade, had 5 first graders. They had like 15. It was 5-on-5. And one kid ended up getting hurt. So it was 4 versus 5. And they were like blowing us out. It was like, they got to play flag last year, we didn't. And one kid was just being negative. He's being a punk. Right? It was like Hoosiers. Like my favorite movie is Hoosiers, right? Like it takes a kid out, right? And it's 4-on-5, right? You know, he's like, that's my team. I had 3-on-5. So I played quarterback. I put the flags down. Guys, who cares? Like, I'm not going to run the ball. So, like, I made him sit out for 2 plays. And he needed it. He was just bringing everybody down. So, whatever God did to do, hold that standard. So, again, you're always encouraging and inspiring great behavior. So, my plan this year, first time it's a warning. If there's any kind of misbehavior, again, I'll give you the code of conduct. You know, it's a warning. Hey, there's kids. We got to recognize it and take them and correct it, right? Second time that day is a 2-minute timeout. Or if it's in a game, you're out for 2 plays. Sit down on the bench, 2-minute timeout. And the third offense in the day is you're just done for it. It's like the red card. You're done for the day. We're going to call your parents, text your parents, like you're done for the day. I want to be positive for all the kids, and if there's certain kids that just, you know, or being a punk and they're not letting up, you know, it's not making it good for everybody else. So, and it starts with, again, they're kids. It starts over from scratch the next day, right? They might have had a bad day, forgot their lunch, didn't eat, staying up late. So give them the benefit of the doubt. So I think it's important we're all on the same page with that. Yeah.
Are you gonna let the parents know too, just consistently what our 3 warnings are too, our 3 strikes?
Yeah. So we're gonna have a parent meeting, the first practice. So I'm gonna my biggest message is that behavior thing, being crystal clear of what's bad behavior, what the consequences are. You know, I mean, I almost kicked my son out of baseball twice. It was just like he needed, I was ready to call him out. So do it with my own kid for sure. So yeah, just making sure it's all crystal clear. And again, we're gonna sign. I got some codes of conduct from other programs, and that's actually I'll pass those out now. On the CDC conference, kind of has some stuff. I'll pass those out. So the CDC is really cool. I mean, they got a board they're putting together. It's legit. You know, they got resources from the Browns, so they're really going to be really well managed. They're going to have, you know, that kind of stuff. So like there's sportsmanship, there no derogatory language, like coach or player. They'll eject you from a game, kind of thing. No authorized parents to spot on the field, no fighting, that kind of stuff. So You can look at this later, but like here's one for parents and players. Right, so we'll have, I'll go over that with the parents, they can sign it. The players have to sign, they're gonna read this and sign it. I got the offenses on there, Mike, so, you know, it's good to go. And then coach's conduct is on the back. I'll also just email you a copy of this. I need a copy signed by the first practice for the coach's code of conduct. And it's all the basic stuff, right? So we had an incident last year with one of our coaches, you know, kind of yelling at the other coach across the field, and it was, you know, not the prettiest thing. So just making sure on top of that, kind of, as an organization, like what are we gonna do about that, you know? So who was that? Is that Pat? No, it's Pat. No, Pat. It was Pat.
I don't know. I saw your last name, Joel.
I need this for myself too. I need kind of just keep me in check. I got a little fired up. A little fired. I think yeah. I'm the worst one. So. Yeah, I get a little fired up. Probably protecting kids, right? But we'll have consequences for that. You know, if it's really bad, they'll just be done for the game and out for the next week. But you guys are cool. So, any questions on that stuff? All right, cut film, cut tape.